Hello everyone, I am Meet Singh Gambhir, third year student of IIIT Allahabad. Welcome to our channel Learn Competitive Programming with CodeChef. If you are interested in competitive programming and want to learn and master data structures and algorithm, this is one-stop destination for you. Every week we will be posting explanations to CodeChef problems, conceptual videos, and also conduct live problem solving sessions. Before we actually get started, make sure to hit the subscribe button. Today we will be solving the problem named Dreams of Divisibility, which is an easy medium level problem. There are no such prerequisites to solve this problem. It's just that you need to make some good observation and also be aware of basic properties of modular arithmetic. Let's see the problem statement. Initially, we will be given a number n and also a number k, along with an array whose size is n. And we can apply operation such that we can increase any particular element of the array, say ai, by an amount of aj, where I and j are the index used in this array. So suppose that we apply operation on this particular 3 and taking aj as this 3. So in this operation we will be getting our new array as 6, 4 and 3. Now if we apply operation on this particular 3 taking j as also this index only, then we will be obtaining the array 6, 4 and 6. Now when we apply all sort of operations which we can, and if finally we reach up to a state where the initial k which is given to us, so if all the elements in the array are divisible by k, then we need to print a yes. So in this case, if as all the elements are divisible by k, because they are 6, 4 and 6, and all them of are divisible by 2, so we need to output yes. And if it is not possible to apply operations and get such a final array that all the elements are divisible by k, then we need to print no. Let's see how we can apply all the operations when there is only one element in the array. So only operation which we can apply is to get ai increased by an amount of aj. As here only one element is present, so possibilities for I and j are index of only this particular element. So after applying one operation, we will be getting this number as 2x. Then applying another operation, we will be getting 4x. Similarly, we will get this sequence if we keep on applying operations. So for this sequence, n in general, nth term can be written as 2 to the power n times x. This is the general nth term of this sequence. And as per the question, we want that this term should be divisible by k. So we can write that 2 to the power n times x should be giving an output as integer when we divide it by k. If we write k as 2 to the power max times k dash. So we are separating out all the powers of 2 from k, and this part k dash is the remaining odd term of the k. And maximum 2 to the power n, it can cancel out this part 2 to the power max. So the final condition which we have is that x should completely divide k dash. So x modulo k dash should be equal to 0. So if this is a condition, if this is true, then we can be sure that after some iterations we can have x as a multiple of k, where this particular k dash, it is k divided by 2 to the power max. Means we will be dividing k as many as times it is divisible by 2, and the remaining odd term which is factor of k, it will be k dash. So till this point we can say that if any particular number x is divisible by k dash, then after max number of iterations on that particular x, we will obtain a number which is multiple of k. So for any particular array, if we are able to convert this in the form of that each of the element of this particular array is divisible by k dash, then we can use the above explained concept and have each particular element converted into multiple of k. So it is sufficient to make each of the array's element as divisible by k dash. Let's see how even on taking modulo of any of array's element with k dash, our solution remains the same, as a0 is nothing but remainder plus some constant time k dash. As this term m times k dash is multiple of k dash, so adding this to any number doesn't change its divisibility by k dash. That is, suppose any number a naught is divisible by k dash, then the number a naught minus m times k dash is also divisible by k dash. That is, the remainder is also divisible by k dash. And same is the case if a naught is not divisible by k dash. So for any given array, we will be dividing its element into the form of xi or yi. If any particular element is divisible by k dash, then we will classify it as xi. And if it is not divisible by k dash, then it will come in yi category. So we can write all the elements in the form of this thing. Either it is divisible by k dash or it is not divisible by k dash. Thus it reduces our question into this form. Now, as we have already discussed, we can take modulo of any element and the question remains the same. So, taking modulo for each of the element in the xi array. So, each of these element will reduce in the 0 and we will be obtaining this as our question. Now, what we are required to do is that for these rest of the elements, we are required to reduce them to 0. So the best we can do is try performing all the operations among these yi's only and converting each of the element of yi as 0 individually. As we keep on performing operations, we will be reaching at a point when two elements of the yi array are left. Now, if we keep on performing operations on y2, the best we can get is to convert this into 0 and now reach to a state where only one of the element remains. Oops. All the other elements are 0. So if we keep on applying any sort of operation on y1, we cannot have 0. So it concludes that if our yi array is having one or more elements, then we cannot convert our original array into all such elements that are divisible by k. Let's see the code implementation. So for each of the test case, we will be calling the function named solve and it will do the task for each of the test case. This is the code for taking of the input. Now, in order to compute the k dash, which we have also used in our explanation, so we will be dividing k by 2 as many as time we can. So while k is divisible by 2, we will be reducing it by 2. And if we found any of the element in the array which is not a factor of k, that is, we have at least one element in our yi array. So in this case, we need to report no as the answer and then return. And if in while iterating over all the elements, if there are no such elements, then our size of yi array is equals to 0. And in that case, we need to report yes as our answer. Also, did you know that CodeChef also conducts free live classes on Unacademy where we teach every possible topic related to competitive programming? These courses are conducted by top coding experts who have been ICPC World Finalists and are also highly rated on various coding websites. You can use my referral code MEET10 to get an instant 10% off. So let's submit our code. That's it for this one. Make sure to like the video if you gain something out of it. In case of any sort of doubt or feedback, feel free to leave in the comment.